Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very, very special A Few Minutes with Mike. As you all know, we have just gone through our Associate Recognition Awards, and our winners have been chosen, and we've been announcing them over the past several weeks. And one of the honors that I have as president and CEO of the organization is to award the President's Award every year, which is an award that the KidsPeace president gives to an individual who has provided exemplary service over a career with our organization in furthering the mission of KidsPeace. And it is really my distinct honor to present this year the President's Award to Debbie Blose, Executive Assistant at KidsPeace. Debbie, welcome.
Thank you, Mike.
So let me tell you a little bit about Debbie. Debbie has been with the organization for 21 years, and I think nearly all of that has worked closely with me.
Just about, yes.
And maybe as exciting as those 21 years is Debbie has announced her retirement from KidsPeace at the end of 2025. So we're all very excited for her and her future endeavors.
Thank you.
So Debbie has worked in a support role, in a number of secretarial roles and administrative assistants, and most recently as the executive assistant in our admin building here at KidsPeace. And as I mentioned, in nearly all of those roles has worked side by side with me. She exemplifies the KidsPeace mission. I think when I think of Debbie, I think of somebody who's attentive to customer service. In her role, she's the face of the organization to many of the stakeholders who are near and dear to us, our board, new associates that come to the building and need to get notarized documents done, to our vendors, to associates navigating our admin building or looking for directions to our campus over at the Orchard Hills campus. So she is the face of the organization, has been for many years, and probably knows more about this organization than even I do at this point. Debbie's been side by side with me in the good times and the bad times. I think we would both say hopefully many more good times than bad, but I have shed some tears on her shoulder and vice versa. And I'm always in debt to her for her compassion, her empathy, and all that she's done for me personally, as well as KidsPeace. The other thing that Debbie does and has done very well for over 21 years is she is a process genius. She has helped us to improve processes that probably many of you are following today, that have been improved over time, been made more efficient, because it's something that she thrives at. She's a self-starter, has always recognized where we can do more with our limited resources and helped us to achieve that. She's been my confidant, my emotional support, and I will say occasionally a kick in the ass when I need it. And I appreciate her doing that as well. The other thing that Debbie does, that many of our associates do, which I just think is amazing, is not only does she work here and work very hard, but she volunteers her time to help our kids, to help our associates and the events that we do to recognize them, to raise funds so that we can do more for our kids and associates. And really, ever since I have known Debbie for 20 years, she's been doing that. She gives of her own time, her personal time. She donates to this organization with her personal resources. And I just think that speaks the world of her and her commitment to KidsPeace. Not only does she do that, but her husband, Randy, does that. Her two children have been involved. Jillian, her daughter, Evan, her son. And I'll bet that even her two grandchildren, the pride of her life these days, will probably be involved with KidsPeace for many years to come. So with all that being said, Debbie, congratulations on this award. I could not be more proud to give it to you. But before I present it to you, I did want to just ask you a few questions in A Few Minutes with Mike style. And maybe you could start by just tell us a little bit about yourself and your start at KidsPeace.
So my start at KidsPeace, I found out about KidsPeace probably in the 90s when both of my kids were playing soccer and played in the KidsPeace tournament. And then a good friend of mine recommended me for a position here, Gail Norris, who is retired. And, I just loved when I came in. It was just like the right fit for me. And I just love working, in a nonprofit organization that focuses on kids.
Great, great. And when you started with us 20 years ago, did you think you'd be here 21 years?
I wasn't quite sure, but I felt like once I got into the organization, there's something about the mission and the associates that you work with and their drive and compassion to help kids that just kept me here. It just felt like the right fit.
And so I mentioned that you'll be retiring after the end of this year. And I know you can't be replaced. But I am just curious, what are your plans for this next chapter in your life?
So the next chapter is going to be some travel.
Great.
More time with my grandsons, Oliver and Reese, who are both just about 6, and just doing what I want to do and just, spending time with my husband.
Excellent. Well, you deserve that freedom, and I know you'll have a great retirement, and I know we'll stay in touch in your retirement.
Thank you.
So maybe to conclude this questions, is there a particular memory of your time at KidsPeace you'd like to share with our associates?
I have a few. One of my best memories is when Hurricane Sandy hit. And it was just amazing how, without power and resources for, I believe, close to a week, if not a week, how everybody just pulled together. I just remember grabbing my daughter and running to every store we could find to buy hats and gloves
Flashlights.
and flashlights. And it was just amazing to see how everybody just pulled together. And my other memory was when we had the fire at Pioneer, and I remember picking up 20-some pizzas in the back of my car and leadership going up to the campuses and just walking into units and handing out pizzas. I mean, it was a defining moment. It just really made me feel, everybody just is a team here.
Yeah, yeah. And it's sometimes a shame that a tragedy has to do that.
Exactly.
But it does bring out the best in people, certainly brings out the best in our KidsPeace associates. And I share those memories, and it does exemplify the family that we really have at KidsPeace. And we're all here to help each other. And I know you have helped a lot of our associates and our kids throughout your time. Okay, well, with that, on behalf of myself and the organization, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you the 2024 KidsPeace President's Award. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm honored and humbled. I just, when you told me this, I just felt I really didn't deserve it, that there were so many more associates up on campus that truly deserve it, but this is a great, great honor. Thank you.
Well, it's well-deserved, and thank you.
Thank you. And I will take it camping with me.
Please do. Please do.
Thank
Okay. Well, with that, we're going to bring this episode of A Few Minutes with Mike, the President's Award episode, to conclusion, and I look forward to bringing my next guest to you in a future edition. Thank you, everyone.